Hello guys, I'm hoping you're doing great and welcome to another training with me. Today we're going to learn something really important, and that's called customer support. So as you know, dropshipping isn't only about sending your items and selling them. It's about being able to interact with your customers, answering their messages, solving their problems, and find solutions. This way, you will have a really healthy account that it will bring you a lot of sales, and that's where customer support comes in. So let's move. Here are the things we're going to analyze, and let's start with the importance of customer support. So I want you to know that the eBay has some standards. Now, if your transactions that you've lost are because of items that are out of stock, that means your defect rate will be bigger than the 2% that I've shown you here. Now, as I've told you before, please, when you're about to cancel the order, you never choose the out of stock. I told you that, and I will analyze it a little bit more when we move on with the video. Also, a customer can open your case. When he does that, the cases can be lost because you fail to answer them or to find a solution for your customer, and you must never do that. You must always answer them, you must always solve them, and then you close them the right way. So if these two things that you don't do, like if you don't lose cases and you never cancel orders because of out of stock, then your transaction defect rate will be smaller than 2%. And then you will ask me, why do I want that? Well, don't you want a healthy account that you can get top rated? And that means that you will definitely get a lot of sales, as I saw you here. You will build a really good brand and you won't lose money, because if you lose a case, you can actually lose your money. So here we go. Let's move on. Let's see the basic data. So what I want from you is, when a customer sends you a message, I want you to answer really fast, and that means to 30 minutes to 4 hours. Your response must be within 24 hours. This way, your customer trusts you and he believes that you actually look into his problem and he can wait when you find the solution. Okay? So even if you don't have a solution right away, you answer him and tell him that you're looking into it and that you will definitely do everything you can to solve his problem. Okay? Also, when you're about to answer your beautiful customer, don't use inappropriate language, even if he does. I know sometimes customers can be really bad and mean with you, throw you anything they can think about, being so bad, but that doesn't mean you can get to do it. Because if you're mean, if you use inappropriate language, he can get it by, and then you lose money, you lose your your account becomes really unhealthy and you have a bad name out there. So no matter how a customer talks to you and speaks to you, you always, respond in a polite way. Now, if your customer really seems to be able to work with you and find a solution, and he seems so mean to you and all this stuff, and you try your best, then eBay helps sellers. Really, it does. It can step in and help you. They're not just bad dogs, they are there for you. Okay? And the last thing I want you to really remember, that's why it's all in red. It's cases that we always answer. I've told you before, and I'm going to tell you so many times. You should always answer your cases. If you do that, then you must always have the last say in it. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a solution, but you always answer them. So you buy time to find a solution with your supplier, and of course when you answer them, that means that you won't lose money. Okay, so moving on, let's explain exactly what the case is. Okay, it's an official request from the customer that he either wants to return the product or to declare that he hasn't received it, or maybe that it was damaged. It depends on the case. And that means that you have to take action, you have to do something about it. So attention, You must always solve the problems of cases, otherwise it counts negative for your shop. So you not just always send a message, you always solve the problem, okay? You work things. So if you don't, yeah, negative for you. And another thing that I can help you with, if sometimes the customers cannot understand the difference between sending a message and opening a case. So you can urge them not to open a case by putting a message in your description that says, in case of a problem, contact us before you open a case. It can actually work because people do read the description of every project. So if you see it, they might remember it, and if they find a problem, they can send you a message. And I will say this again, we solve the problems in a polite way. Actually, I can tell you that I had a lot of customers that they were so mean to me, and when I answered them in a really polite way and saying sorry for this and we're working things out for you and we're going to find a solution, they change. They become really nice to me and they start talking really great, and they're like, oh, thank you for doing that. You see, sometimes they start really awful to you because they don't trust you. If you show them that you really care, they will trust you and they can actually change, and you can find a solution really fast this way. Now, the last thing about, no, this is not the last thing, but I want you to know that every time we found a problem and your customer is not happy about something, you always send this to your supplier. Yes, guys, it's not a big deal. You don't have to freak out. Your problem is your supplier's problem. You become the customer to him. So the problem is that he can take responsibility of the returns. But of course, always please check the returns policy of the supplier, the damaged items never received, and other stuff that might occur.